Welcome and thank you for joining us live for this very important sacred practice that is changing lives around the world in a time where we desperately need it the most. My name is Lauren Verona. I'm one of the teachers on this channel at Live Yogi, and those of you who are members or those of you who are familiar with us, we stream live meditation and yoga classes daily. And there's a range of short to long class types that you can experience for yourself. This week we are embracing and celebrating and acknowledging Queensland Mental Health Week. And we're getting behind this message that it ain't weak to speak. Livin, an organisation that I've been talking about the last couple of weeks, those of you who've been following me on social media, are an organisation based in the Gold Coast actually, creating educational programs around Australia. And their message that it ain't weak to speak comes from the statistics that are showing us that the reason for so much suicide in the world right now is due to embarrassment and stigma around mental health. And we're just not having these conversations. So I hope tonight in the meditation that you tap into your essence and truth and space of truth, and it inspires you to perhaps even share this with people in your life, but inspires conversations in your households, in your communities, in your workplaces, in your news feeds, and any platforms where you can voice and share your story. As I just shared with the class that I taught in here, and I had one of the clients walk out and she was crying, and she said, it just brought up so much for me. I've experienced depression for years, and I really struggle to even get out of the house and come to a yoga class. And I just said, first of all, let's start with acknowledging you for showing up, like you have if you're watching online right now, showing up and saying yes to you. This is going to trigger you, but it's not a reason to push it under the carpet, so to speak. We want to bring us up and out. We want to be able to communicate this. Okay, so much mental illness is due to this holding pattern, and we hold our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions, and we're trapped inside our bodies. So it's time for some untrapping and releasing, renewing, and returning back, as I said, to our truth and to our expression of our truth and speaking our truth. So if you're new to meditation, just a few tips on getting comfortable. But if you're fairly comfortable as you are, just listen to the voice and to the guidance, and just start to tune into your breath, and I'll be with you in just a moment. You might benefit, newbies, by putting something beneath your hips like I have. That assists us to keep a tall, long spine, which encourages the shoulders to draw back. And so we're open through this truth space we've been touching on. Okay, we're open in our lines of communication, and we're also able to fully breathe. Like take these full breaths. So many of us who are mentally fighting right now are closing in their bodies, and we're not able to fully breathe. And it's restrictive, yes, you can probably relate to that. So let's start with physiologically setting up our bodies for breathing fully, embracing fully. Remember, this is all part of the mindfulness practice and this ritual of getting yourself into position for meditation. something which I shied away from for years, not wanting to do it, not thinking I needed to, not thinking I was worthy of it. So let's imagine that you're comfortable now and you've got support beneath you, or your hips are above your knees, so you're kind on your knees as well. You're also welcome to lay down flat or find any other position. If you're new to the practice, feel free to lean on a wall. All right. Physically, our physical body, we're good. Yeah? Nothing physically getting in our way. Thumbs up. All right. We move now into the mental and emotional body. So we do like a body scan almost, scanning in, checking in with how we're feeling, with what we're sensing. Maybe we're a little tense, tight, confused, frustrated with something in our lives. Just honor that. Don't suppress that. Honor it. Oh, I'm feeling a little niggle in my hip. I'm feeling a bit emotional and I'm a bit upset today about something. Perhaps I'm carrying a lot of grief. I'm experiencing loss in my life. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Speak the words. Really sit within that energy of acknowledgement. Well done. That takes a lot of effort from your end, so well done. Again, these are really great ways to set up your practice. So we've acknowledged the physical body, the emotional body, and the mental body. And we come into the breath. So notice, and it might really help to close down your eyes and for this, so that you can tune in and notice your natural breathing. And what I mean by your natural breathing is actually how you're breathing right now without me even telling you how to breathe. Is your breath short? Is it shallow? Is it in your belly or is it in your chest? Is it kind of nowhere to be seen right now? Is your exhale really... Just notice. But notice without the judgment, please, yogis. Notice. All right. So you've connected in with how you're breathing in this moment, and you're not trying to get anything right or wrong, okay? Steer clear from that. What I'm going to get you to do is breathe through your nostrils deeply. And notice where your breath actually feels. And again, you can do this with your eyes closed and just feel into your body, or maybe even actually physically look at your body. And then exhale it away. Letting everything just soften and empty. Sometimes we don't even fully empty. Inhaling, opening and filling. See this long stance and physical posture, how much that's assisting us to take full breaths. Exhale, release. Beautiful. A few more like that. Going to encourage you while you're doing this breathing to breathe through your nostrils. I could go on about reasons why, but for simplicity's sakes, because that's what this meditation is about, keeping it real and keeping it simple. It really is about the nervous system and slowing and cooling our systems down. Okay, so breath through the nose and out. And it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. Your eyes are either open or closed. Your spine is long, you're breathing deeply, and you're starting to tune in to the rhythm of your breath. And this is where we have what we call mindfulness. Acknowledge yourself for listening to the breath. Acknowledge yourself feeling into your body. Acknowledge yourself for honoring the mind-body connection today. Continue to breathe like this for me. Breathing is habitual. We do it all day and all night long without giving too much thought to it. But often we're breathing incorrectly, which is changing the way we do life. And the breath is a simple tool that brings us to this present moment. So when you're losing yourself throughout your day, come back to your breath. Yogis have used the breath as a tool to combat the mind. Let me repeat that because that's quite a lot to kind of swallow. Yogis over thousands of years have used the breath, that inhale and exhale, as a tool to combat the mind. Yogis believed that by focusing on one single object, and in this case, the breath, we're able to observe the fluctuations of the mind. So let's try it together. As you're breathing deeply, all of your focus and attention is on the breath. And notice the next niggling, cheeky little thought that enters your space. Now, it can come as a thought, or as it comes in as an emotion, or it can be something in your physical body. Remember we talked about this physical, emotional, and mental. So it might be, oh, I've noticed something in my knee, and my awareness has gone to my knee, and I've come away from being present. Okay, so acknowledge the knee. Oh yeah, hello knee. I can sense something. I'm going to breathe that away because I'm using the breath. I'm focusing on the breath. Acknowledge that for as long as you need. Let it go. Or it might be an emotion for you. Acknowledge that emotion with the breath. I'm sensing anger. What does anger look like? I can feel perhaps a change of temperature in my body. Maybe there's an element of heat. Maybe it tenses me up a little bit. Maybe it changes the rhythm of my heart. Acknowledge that without suppressing. Acknowledge it and sit in the energy of that anger for as long as it's needed, because it too shall pass. Okay, so we've got the physical body, the knee, the emotional body, the anger. These are examples. And then you've got the mental body, the thought. This one, right? This is probably, I mean, they're all lethal players, right? But the mind. Okay, acknowledge a thought that came in. I'll take a typical one, will be hunger. I feel like I'm thinking about food. Acknowledge it. Oh, there's a food thought. Oh, there's planning. Here's my to-do list over here. I'm thinking about what I need to get done after this meditation. Just acknowledge the food or the to-do list. Acknowledge it and let it go. And let these fleeting thoughts, emotions, and physicalities drift in and out of your practice. Just like that. And while you're doing this, there comes a time where there's spaces, and that's the magic. The spaces, the nothingness, the spots where many of us are prone to want to fill up with conversation or habits that want to remind us of something. And in those spaces, instead, experience the pure blissful state. Bathe in that. And it might just be for a glimpse today. But be in that space And there you will connect with your truth. Your intuition, and perhaps even your connection to spirit. And that's a conversation for another day. But your place in this world, where you sit in the universe, right? How much your physical, emotional, and mental body is playing out in your life and what you're attracting. Yeah, can we make more opportunities like this to come up into this spirit realm, this intuitive realm, this place of bliss? You deserve it. It's not deserving, it's a duty of care. It's being in that space. It's being in that space where we can be of service. We can do our work. We can shine our light. We can let go of all of the other stuff and connect with us. And you can gift yourself with that space anytime you like. I do it through yoga and meditation. You might want to commit to a regular meditation practice for the next few days, weeks, or months, and start to notice a difference in your life. You might actually notice that you start to experience some of those blissful states in your day-to-day life. Just every now and then, a little bliss bomb. Notice your breath. We choose our states, yogis. We are conscious beings. We are aware of the state in which we arrive, in which we go about in our day. We have a conscious choice every moment to be, do, act, play out. So ultimately you choose. Your thoughts create your outer realities. I know it's been quite a lot of information to process, and I hope this has inspired you to come into this energy field more often, to make more time for you more often. And I'll remind you that when you're making time for you, you're really making time for everybody else in your life. What a gift. The gift of mindfulness, created by you, for you, and the rest of the people in your life. May it ripple out into our communities. May we start to combat the mind and the illnesses of the mind from focusing too much on this mental or emotional body and getting stuck in these spaces. It ain't weak to speak. Start the conversations. It starts with you. Let's just take 3 more deep breaths in, really anchoring this present moment. What an honor. Please bring your hands with me now into your heart space. And bow to this practice and to one another. To those around the globe joining us for this live meditation and mindfulness little chat. And sending out some of this healing, love and energy to those who need it, to those who we have lost by not learning some of these tools and loving themselves enough to stay around. Thank you for the bit that you do. Thank you for your contribution and for pressing play and joining me tonight. Namaste. Namaste is to salute and honor the light within each and every one of us. I can hear the most beautiful sound of thunder, and I saw lightning before through that back door. Wow. Let that rain wash everything away. Those of you in Queensland right now, what a powerful night and energy it is with the weather the way it is. Fun. Join us again. We do live classes daily. Yoga and meditation and lots of inspirational content to keep you inspired and motivated. And hearing from people who found yoga and meditation and how they've used it in their lives, pretty amazing. I'm so blessed to have found this practice. So blessed. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I certainly did. See you all soon.